Alright, we're back after that 4-1 win against Liverpool. Things are looking pretty good for us right now. Nah, it's cool. We're back in But I didn't have time to be mad at Strott's team for kicking my ass, because ladies and gentlemen, it is Champions League time. Yes, good day, sir. The UEFA Champions League presents your team with a different kind of challenge, and your supporters are hoping this can be your year. Of course, how do you think your team is developing? Can you reach the later stages of the competition this season? For a club like ours, considering how much money has been pumped into our system to make the squad that we have today, reaching the later stages is the absolute minimum requirement. The players are aware of what's expected of them, and what we need to do to achieve our targets. Now it's about going into games with a positive and professional attitude. Hi sir, yes, it's exciting for everybody, for the fans and for yourselves. The start of your UEFA Champions League campaign. How are you feeling? Confident you can kick off with a win? In opening fixtures like this, form doesn't count for much, which is why we're going to completely ignore the Crystal Palace game. Anything could happen. We'll have to stay focused the whole 90 minutes to avoid any surprises. Like the Crystal Palace game. This was going to be a hard game, especially after the horrendous, humiliating defeat to Crystal Palace in our last game. Topping that with the fact that in the Champions League, the pressure on you is up by 10 times what it would be in a regular Premier League game, because this is where the best of the best compete to find out who is, well, the best of the best. The question is, are we able to stand up to those best teams? Two teams like Lazio, two teams like Real Madrid, who are also going to be playing in this episode. But this is absolutely surreal. The stadium is alive and ready for our first Champions League game. There is the squad that we have created. We've got a couple of players like Bellingham coming into the lineup due to fitness and stamina issues. But, you know, if Bellingham can pull off a good game here, then that will surely be a boost to his career here at Salford City, as Sanchez bags in the first chance of the game as Draxler puts it into the back of the net after Paulson cheekily backheels it into his Cam teammate right there and there. That's exactly what we needed, because the first half had very few chances. Lazio were very good defensively, besides these couple of opportunities that we had here, including the goal here from Draxler. Nicely taken right there. I really don't think that back heel was necessary when looking back on it, but hey, what matters is that we've scored. It's 1-0 here in our first game in the Champions League. You'll love to see it, as Draxler went again for another opportunity here, just going wide as we entered the second half of this game. Paulson gets dragged down there, but Lazio, I have no clue what they're doing here. Patrick, what in God's name are you doing here? Draxler just gets the ball from him with absolute ease, puts it into the path of Paulson, and in a one-on-one situation like that, do you really think you've got a chance? Like, Lazio, what are you doing? Have you not been paying attention to Paulson here? He's scored, like, he's already in the double digits this season in terms of goals scored. Like, what were you expecting was going to happen? That is absolutely surreal, that, but good work by Draxler to get the ball and put in the cross for Paulson there, repaying him for that cheeky backheel for his goal in the first half. We had some troubles though as we entered the final 10 minutes of the game. Firpo winning the player down, but there's only so much you can do there where he's already taken the shot at that point. Of course the Lazio player is going to go down after that, but it is what it is. All that matters here is trying to stop this penalty from going in. It doesn't matter though. Rashica has shot it wide. Absolutely crazy. How are you going to put a penalty wide, man? Absolutely surreal. There we go. Doku on the ball here, giving it to Sanchez. We need to put this game to bed once and for all. Delafeu says, fine, I'll do it myself. And there we go. It is 3-0 to Salford City. Delafeu coming in with the work. Thankfully this time, not splitting his crotch in half on the barrier like his last goal. Let's not talk about that. Absolutely breathtaking there from Delafeu. I will say this though. I didn't realise just how broken finesse shots were in this game. This is going to be something that you see quite often during the next episode or two. There are quite a lot of finesse shots I score like this. Bit overpowered, but it does the job here. 3-0 here. We win our first Champions League game. That is absolutely amazing. Exactly what we needed to kick things off in our Champions League campaign. So Chanaloglu is asking to be a part of the next game. I like this. He's taken the competition between him and Draxler very seriously here. Of course, I forgot to play him, so yeah. Watford brought the fight in the first half at the very least. They actually got the first goal of the game. Sarr getting it in the back of the net. Good news for us though, it ended up being offside, so no, we ain't behind yet, boys. We ain't behind yet. We ain't having another Crystal Palace game. That ain't happening. Sanchez tried to go for a shot. Keeper saves it though. Sanchez is still without his first goal for the club. It'll come though. It'll come very, very soon. Just like this goal for Watford came very soon after. There was some piss poor defending from us, and we found ourselves 1-0 behind against Watford. So what do we do in these troublesome times? Well, it's quite simple. We give it to Poulsen, and he saves our asses after some beautiful skill there from Draxler. Man, those two are just like yin and yang in this episode. You love to see it. And Poulsen remaining calm and collected. I actually feel really bad for starting Chanaloglu in this game, because that could have been him. But anyway, what can you do? We're back at 1-1 apiece as we're heading to the second half of this game, and Poulsen bags in a second there after a pass from Sanchez. You can't stop this man. This man is on an absolute tear. How do we stop this man? The answer to that question is simple. You don't. Accept your demise at the hands of big head Poulsen. That's like 9 goals in the Premier League already, and close to getting another hat-trick. He's already had a hat-trick this season. I don't know what the hell I was doing here. I think I just wanted to get Draxler a goal after how well he was playing. That didn't exactly work out in the end though, so I've decided let's put the game to bed. Martins, get yourself the goal there. Martins has been another player who's been on fine form as well. He's been bagging himself a couple goals as well, so you'll love to see it. The whole team is connecting very well, Crystal Palace game aside. But we're not done there. As I said, you can't stop Poulsen. One must accept their demise when it comes to facing him. And just like that, Poulsen has bagged himself his second hat-trick of the season. How? We're 6 games into the league. How has this happened? I mean, I'm not complaining. I ain't complaining about this at all, but this is a monster. This man is a monster right now. I can't believe. What have I created? What have I unleashed into this world? I will never understand. Capu though, bit of a cunt here, man. Yeah, you scored. That's great and everything, but it's 4-2 with 3 minutes left to go. Why are you celebrating like you've just won the league? For God's sake, man, I have some dignity and hold on to this L as Poulsen goes ahead and grabs the match ball for the second time this season. You crazy lad, you're crazy. Eric Garcia asking if he can be a part of the action in the next game, which I'm absolutely fine with. It is a Carabao Cup tie against Coventry City. We of course are the reigning, defending Carabao Cup winners. Whilst retaining the Carabao Cup isn't exactly my biggest priority this season, it will be pretty cool, you know, to see if we can defend the cup. So we'll just have to see what our reserve players can do here. Quite a lot of changes before some big games coming up, one of those being against Real Madrid, of course. And Deulofeu opens up the scoring here. It is 1-0 in the first 10 minutes or so against Coventry. Coventry actually get themselves a penalty though. I'm not quite sure who ended up causing it, but O'Hare scores. It's 1-1 now, but we ain't having that. We are the defending champions. We are not going to be embarrassed like that, City, alright? You know what I mean? Doku putting us back up. It is 2-1, and then just to seal the icing on the cake, our boy Keane scores, and it is 3-1. I skip through, and it stays 3-1 during the second half, so pretty good stuff. No time wasting here, we're heading straight into our next game as we take on Burnley in the Premier League, hoping to get another win here. However, things didn't exactly go to plan at the beginning, I've noticed here. The whole point of me continuously doing visual sims every time is to stop losses from happening that could have been quick simming. Every single time I've visual simmed, the other team has always gone in front, and I'm having to pick the pieces up in the second half, and luckily that's exactly what I did in this game against Burnley. Draxler getting the header off from Poulsen's cross. Yin and yang in today's episode. These two just can't be stopped. Where is this connection in the previous season? Well, I mean, it was there, but I think it was kind of like overshadowed by guys like Poulsen and Palacios doing their own solo work. But it's really good to see the connection between these two truly come alive here, and it comes alive again. Poulsen again assisting Draxler. It's 2-1, bro. Inject this into my veins. Inject it into my sweet veins, man. You'll love to see it. We love to see this connection, this team spirit. Burnley, man, you didn't have a chance. We allowed you to score so you could have some kind of hope for the rest of the game. It didn't matter, though. It didn't matter. You're stepping up to big head Poulsen, for crying out loud. With amazing leaps like that, you ain't got a chance. You haven't got a chance. Just sit down and take the L. Alright? We are elite now. We're playing in the Champions League, for crying out loud. How am I talking all this crap when we got demolished by Crystal Palace early on in the episode? I don't know. But you know what? I accept it. Accept it. That's what's going down here. A nice clean 3-1 victory over Burnley. Very good as we head into probably the biggest match in the club's history against Real Madrid in the Champions League. But before that, there was some other business I wanted to take care of here. One of our objectives was to go after players younger than 20 years old that had a better potential than the players' overall ratings in that position. And this name popped up. I thought he could be one for the future. Giovanni Reina, who is a left mid but can be converted into a cam pretty quickly. So I'm thinking I might do that. As Draxler and Chanaloglu, they're both pretty much the same age. We need someone developing behind the scenes whilst Chanaloglu and Draxler kick ass for us in today's times. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The biggest game in the club's history, Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. Let's do this. Let's do this, boys. We get off to a flying start, telling Real Madrid to not underestimate us. Martin's giving the cross over to Poulsen, and it barely goes wide there. 2 minutes in and we're already putting pressure on them, but Real Madrid bounced back almost instantly. Rodrigo just didn't have enough time in the end to get a shot off. Henderson came in for the save, much like he did with that shot over there. Delafeu now over to Poulsen, and Delafeu with a first time shot, and it's saved by Courtois. I won't lie, I got very lucky here not to receive a red card, but then again, you more or less need to commit murder in this game to get a red card. I've noticed that, but Sanchez with an incredible run here. I probably should have just shot at that point because the ending result ended up being underwhelming, but Draxler's hoping to do the same thing here. Another one by him. Amazing cross here over to Sanchez, who somehow gets something off there, but just can't get the goal that we needed, which is a shame because instantly after is where Real Madrid come in and make it 1-0 to the Spanish Giants through Asensio there. Bit upset that I couldn't defend that well, but hey, we move. But speaking of defenders, I'm quite shocked about what happened next. Of all people, the captain, not just the captain, but the defender, Kimpembe, running up from his own half to join the attack and to give us the goal we needed to get a point in the Bernabeu. Unbelievable. Kimpembe doing the work, leading the team as a captain should. And it almost seemed like we were going to win the game through Poulsen there, but Courtois with another save. It ends up being 1-1. I am very happy with that result. We're facing Spanish Giants, one of the best in the world after all. I'm absolutely fine with how that game turned out in the end. Looking at the table, Liverpool have had an absolute stinker of a start here, which it's even better for us, considering the fact that we want to mount for a title charge. If one of the biggest contenders are out the way like that, then big things for us. Anyway, this is Mr. Minoru signing out. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.